The power of leadership self-awareness is awe-inspiring. Research shows that when we see ourselves clearly, we are more confident and more creative. We make better decisions, build stronger relationships, and communicate more effectively. We're less likely to lie, cheat, and steal. We are better workers who get more promotions, and we're more effective leaders with more satisfied employees and more profitable companies. But studies with nearly 5,000 participants also revealed that while most people believed they were self-aware, self-awareness is a rare quality that just 10 to 15% of participants possessed. The research shed light on the roadblocks, myths, and truths about what self-awareness really is and what it takes to cultivate it. Here are 3 findings it showed can help leaders learn to see themselves clearly. First, there are 2 types of self-awareness: internal self-awareness and external self-awareness. Internal self-awareness represents how clearly we see our own values, passions, aspirations, fit with our environment, and impact on others. The study found that internal self-awareness is associated with higher job and relationship satisfaction, personal and social control, and happiness, and that it is negatively related to anxiety, stress, and depression. External self-awareness means understanding how other people view us in terms of those same factors describing internal self-awareness. The study indicates that people who know how others see them are more skilled at showing empathy and taking others' perspectives. For leaders who see themselves as their employees do, their employees tend to have a better relationship with them, feel more satisfied with them, and see them as more effective in general. 2 things are true when it comes to internal and external self-awareness: that people who have one kind of self-awareness do not necessarily have the other, and that while it's tempting to value one kind of self-awareness over the other, being a good leader requires that leaders actively work on both, seeing themselves clearly and getting feedback to understand how others see them. The second important finding is that experience and power hinder self-awareness. Contrary to popular belief, research shows that people do not always learn from experience, that expertise does not help people root out false information, and that seeing ourselves as highly experienced can keep us from doing our homework, seeking disconfirming evidence, and questioning our assumptions. Not only can experience lead to a false sense of confidence about our performance, it can also make us overconfident about our level of self-knowledge. Similarly, the more power a leader holds, the more likely they are to overestimate their skills and abilities. One study of more than 3,600 leaders across a variety of roles and industries found that, relative to lower-level leaders, higher-level leaders significantly overvalued their skills. This may be because as one's power grows, one's willingness to listen shrinks, either because leaders think they know more than your employees or because seeking feedback will come at a cost. But the study showed that people who improved their self-awareness did so by seeking feedback from loving critics. That is, people who have their best interests in mind and are willing to tell them the truth. They also gut-checked difficult or surprising feedback with others. And finally, it turns out introspection doesn't always improve self-awareness. Research shows that people who examine the causes of their own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are less self-aware and report worse job satisfaction and poorer well-being. In fact, asking the most introspective question, why, often leads to unproductive, negative thoughts and ruminative patterns because we do not have access to many of the unconscious thoughts, feelings, and motives we're searching for. And because so much is trapped outside of our conscious awareness, we tend to invent answers that feel true but are often wrong. For example, an employee who receives a bad performance review and asks, "Why did I get such a bad rating?" is likely to land on an explanation focused on their fears or insecurities, rather than a rational assessment of their strengths and weaknesses. So instead of asking why, increase productive self-insight by asking what. Questions like, what are the steps I need to take in the future to do a better job? Or, what are the situations that make me feel terrible and what do they have in common? What questions will help you stay objective, future-focused, and empower you to act on your new insights? In short, leaders who focus on building both internal and external self-awareness who seek honest feedback from loving critics, and who ask what instead of why, can learn to see themselves more clearly and reap the many rewards that increased self-knowledge delivers.